So as you can see, my cat's going to be teaching class today. So we're just going to watch her and see what happens. She's my little assistant. Well, I'm so excited to have you here. And this is Balance for Life. This is our inaugural class. Basically, Balance for Life is a combination of functional fitness, so things that you can do to strengthen your body and gain better function and movement. We're going to add little bits of Tai Chi and Qigong, and also a little bit of yoga. The only props that you really need are going to be hand weights, and then throughout the classes I can throw in some other things like balance pads or blankets, and you're going to want to have a chair also. Sometimes we're going to sit, and then also we can use it for a little bit of a balance support. If you're really worried about your balance and you've had falls recently and you're feeling nervous, you can do the class in front of a couch. So anytime if you lose balance backward, you're just going to land on your couch. That's a really safe backstop. So we're going to start today with a little balance assessment. And some of you saw in the email there's a 3-minute balance test. And there's a little template there. But if you don't have the template, that's okay. You can just use a piece of paper. So you could just use a Post-it note or a piece of paper and a pen. So if you have that handy, go ahead and grab it. And then we're going to start with our balance assessment. So we can see where you're starting at today. All right. And the balance template is basically just a, you probably can't read this, but anyways, it's a pretty simple template, and it's part of the 5-day balance course. So you can actually measure your balance now and then in 5 days if you do the course, and you can see some improvement. For today, we're just going to do the first part. So it's a good idea to have a chair or a backstop behind you, with or without a cat on it. And we're going to do 5 different practices, and you're going to keep track and write down how many times you lose your balance on each of these 5. All right? So just to give you an overview, the feet will be together, the hands on the hips, and your eyes will be closed, and we're going to hold for 20 seconds. That's the first one. Then we do a tandem step. Third one is another tandem step. Fourth one is one leg up. Fifth one is the other leg up. You're going to do 20 seconds for each. Hands on the hips, eyes closed. So what you're counting is any time that you lose your balance. So let's say you are standing and your hands come off, or your foot comes up, that counts as 1. Or maybe you're up in the air and your foot comes down, that's 2. Or if you have a really big sway with your hips, that's 3. And so you just count how many times you lose your balance for each of the 20-second segments. You'll add them up at the end and you'll get a number. So let's begin. The first one, I'm going to get my 20-second timer here ready for you. First one, your feet are together, your hands on your hips. It's good to have something behind you here. Now, when I say go, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to just hold still for 20 seconds. Mark, get set, go. Also, if your eyes open, that counts as losing your balance. So if you lose your balance, it's important to do something about it. Okay, don't go down with the ship here. That's 20 seconds, stop. All right, so now write down on your paper how many times you lost your balance for section 1. If it's 0, it's 0. If it's 20, it's 20. So just get a number for that. All right, and now the next one, number 2, you're going to do a tandem step. So your right foot in front of the left. You're going to go heel to toe. All right, hands on your hips. And your eyes are closed. Begin. 20 seconds. Go. Just count how many times you lose your balance. All right, that's 20 seconds. Stop. Very good. So write your number down on your sheet. And now the other side. So the left foot in front. And you put your hand on your hip and close. close your eyes. 20 seconds. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, that's 20. Stop. Write down how many times you lost your balance for the third one. So this is kind of like golf. So the lower the score, the better, right? So the next two are going to be standing with one leg up in the air. Now, if that's really just impossible, then it's okay to touch your toe a little bit. Don't make it too hard. And it's okay to have something behind you or have something next to a wall. So if you want to make sure you're safe on this one. Now the first one, what do you mean 45? Oh, your body sway is 45. So 45 is this far. So it's halfway between, and 90 would be horizontal. So 45 is like, if you sway like, whoa, like that much, that counts as losing your balance. Make sense? Any direction. 45 like this way, that way, any way, any going past like a halfway to the horizontal. Good question. All right, single leg, so right foot on floor, and the left leg is going to come up in the air for 20 seconds. Hands on your hips, eyes closed, begin. So if your foot comes down, if you hop, if your hands come off, if your eyes open, if you sway, just count each of those. Okay, stop. And write it down. Yeah, this one you're going to want to do it. This one's just for standing. Yeah, just for testing. But yeah, you want to make sure you're standing for this. But you can have a chair right behind you. Yeah. Okay, now the last one is your left foot on the floor, your right foot up in the air, hands on your hips, eyes closed, begin. 20 seconds. Okay, that's it. Go ahead and write down your number, and then you can add up the total. And you can write the date also for today. And you may see this number changing over time. All right. So this will give us a little bit of a benchmark. And if you do this again over time, you'll be able to actually calculate the percentage of improvement. So at the end of class, I'll share with you a link if you're wanting, because this class is only once a week right now. If you're wanting to do a 5-day balance course, which we have on YouTube, you can actually do this and then practice at the end, and you'll see often a big change. All right, so now we got that out of the way. Let's get the class started. So go ahead and stand comfortably. We're going to get you warmed up. Take a wide stance, and you're going to twist your body from side to side, warming your shoulders, your back. Awesome. Nice, smooth, deep breathing. And there's a Qigong warm-up I really like called Knocking on the Door of Life. You tap your chest with your front hand, and you tap your back with the back of your bottom hand. And warm up your body as you breathe. Warming your spine. Good. Get your lungs open. Deep breath. All right, fantastic. Now open your feet wide, Bend your knees, let's circle in a circle like this, rotating. And yeah, anytime during class, from now on, if you want to sit, if you need a little break, you can do all of this seated, so don't hesitate to take a break if you need it. Get those shoulders warmed up. We're going to be doing some arm strengthening today. Go ahead and reverse. Now go the other way. Circling around. Nice smooth breathing. Fantastic. All right, now bring your feet together, interlace your fingers, and reach up the middle. Inhale, lifting tall. Stretch up, 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 up. And now pump your ankles up and down. Pump your ankles up and down on your toes. Good, getting that energy rising up your spine, circling around your body. If your shoulders are having a hard time, you can always let them rest behind your head instead. Very good. All right, and release and let it down. Shake your arms out. Very nice. Now take your feet wide and hands on your hips. Let's rotate your waist all the way around in a circle. Try to keep your head in the center, warming your lower back, your hip joints, shoulders and thighs. Comfortable breathing. Good. Just getting the blood to circulate, the warmth to penetrate into your muscles and joints and tendons. Go ahead and switch other direction. Circling around. Very nice. All right, good work. Now open your toes out to the side. And then little squats down and up, warming your hips, knees. Your knees will bend and point the same way your toes are pointing. And it's always important as we're going through the warm-ups, you're kind of taking mental notes. You're like, ah, that left knee, that's starting to feel a little creaky or cranky. And then throughout class you say, all right, I'm going to be a little extra cautious on that side. I'm not going to load it too hard. Maybe the shoulder's bugging you. So the warm-ups are your chance to take inventory and to make little notes so that you keep yourself safe. All right, now hold that squat and bring your hands down to the inner thighs and lean into your legs. Lean into the legs with your arms and rock a little bit side to side so you're pressing your legs apart with your hands. You can rock a little left to right here. Toes pointed out. And now for a twist, drop the right shoulder down, turn and look over your left, and rotate, breathe deep. Exhaling out. Good, now reverse, inhale back to center. Drop the other shoulder and twist. Breathing out. Excellent, back to center and rise back up. Good, walk it in, shake your legs out and release. A couple more joint warm-ups. You're gonna bend down, hold the knees and rotate, warming your knee joints, circling. Excellent. So here in Oregon, the weather's starting to get a little cool. We can feel the fall air. So it might be where you are too, starting to get a little cool. The change of the seasons can affect your body. Sometimes your joints will get tighter. Go ahead and reverse. So being able to keep your body warm, especially in the cool mornings, is really key. Getting the warmth into the joints. And now go in to out, circling your knees, rotating. Good. And Those knees really benefit from circles. Go the other way. Getting that lubrication into your joints. Excellent. All right, come back up, give your legs a little shake, and release. Now for the ankles, there's several ways you can rotate and stretch your ankles. If you're wanting to do it with a little more support, you can take your chair or a wall, stick out one foot, and then circle your toes and foot around. And if you're wanting an extra challenge, you just take your hands away. Rotate the ankles. If you've got a person next to you, you can hang on to that person. I like that. And then switch the other direction, rotate. Fantastic. All right, shake that foot out. And now take that foot and roll the tops of your toes. Now this can be sometimes a little painful, so you can use a cushion, blanket, or pillow if it feels a little sore. Roll the tops of your feet here, and then go backwards. All right, press down and hold it. Feel the stretch on the tops of your feet, energy going up the shins. Take a full breath. Big exhale. And give your leg a little shake and release. Nice. So even just opening up the ankles, you might feel the energy on the whole foot a little bit differently. So the other side now, lift the toe and rotate, hovering in the air, using your chair or the wall for support. If you want to challenge your balance, just hover without it. Circling around. And now backwards, go the other way. Big stretch, get those toes moving. So your feet are really the first line of defense for balance. Now take that foot behind you and stretch the tops of your feet, circling around. So if you think about it, often if we lose our balance, we reach for something with our hands, right? We try to stabilize by grabbing onto something. Let's go the other way. The problem with that is there's not always something to grab onto, right? So it's better to actually stabilize the closer to the ground you are. Press and hold. So by being able to move your feet quickly, you can count on the ground probably being there, more likely than something you can grab with your hands. So balance begins at your feet. That's your first line of defense. Stretching, strengthening, circulating down in your ankles, toes, and feet keeps them really sharp. It's like good traction on your tires. Shake that foot out and release. And let it go. Nicely done. Now one more warm up for your hips. Take your knee and rotate in a big circle like this. And rotate around. You can hang on to something, or for a challenge, try just holding on to the ground. And another challenge is not touching down in between circles, just hovering. Energizing your core as you rotate. Now reverse, go the other way. Circling through. Nicely done. All right, switch your legs, go the other side. Rotate around. As you're using your lower body, try to relax your upper body. Relax your shoulders. Let your breathing come and go naturally here. Sometimes we engage one part of the body and the other part's engaged too. We want to reduce that. Go the other way, switch. So while you're using your legs, relax your arms, relax your head. Circling through. Nicely done. Give your legs a little shake and release. Okay, we've got your joints warmed up. So now we're gonna get your heart rate up a little bit. For this one, you're gonna want a chair behind you. And we're gonna do some movements that are gonna get your heart and lungs working and really energizing your body. So there's a couple ways, and I'll give you lots of modifications for this. We're gonna start by marching. So you just lift your knees up nice and high, and your opposite hand can go kind of across the body too, just like you're doing a big march. One thing to be careful of if you're using a yoga mat, especially if it's on a carpet like mine, it'll bunch up really easily. So just stop as soon as you notice that and just smooth it out. You don't want any wrinkles in your mat, which become tripping hazards. So marching in place, and now tap the opposite hand and knee. You're gonna try to bring the knee to meet the hands, not just bring the hand down to the knee, okay? Knee comes up to the hand. Good, warming your core and hips. If you're having a really hard time with this, anytime during class, you can do it seated, all right? That's always an option. Good. Now, let's try to tap your shin. Your shin. Gets a little harder, a little further. You have to bring your leg up a little more. Okay, now how about the ankle? Try to tap your ankle. And if this is a bridge too far, then just do it seated. You can do it seated anytime if you find it's too difficult to do it standing. All right, now, here's the tricky one. You're gonna try to tap behind you. Tap your hand to foot behind you. If you're wearing shoes, don't tap, you don't have to touch the bottom of your foot, you can just tap the ankle. But try to tap behind you. It's a little tricky, right? Sometimes you go for it and it's the wrong side, right? It's like a brain teaser. And if that wasn't hard enough, I'm gonna make it even harder. This one, you're gonna do both. So you're gonna go front, front, back, back. Ready? Front, front, back, back. If you want an extra challenge, you speed it up. Front, front, back, back. Front, front, back, back, front, front. Okay, that's too fast, right? Front, front, back, back. Try to challenge your balance. Nice. And your sanity. All right. Front, back. All right, nicely done. Take a little break. Did you get your heart rate up a little bit? Got your lungs pumping? I hope so. Smooth out your mat if it's getting wrinkled anytime you notice that. So we're gonna kind of alternate. We'll do a little bit more vigorous stuff to get your heart rate up, and then we'll do some stretches to let you cool down, and we'll kind of work into the class like that. So we'll take a little stretch break here. Let's bring your feet wide, hands behind your back, clasp your hands, inhale, pull the elbows straight, shoulders back, chest lifts, big smile, looking up slightly, open the heart. This is the anti-slouch stretch. If you find yourself slouching, slumping, hunching, this is your new favorite stretch. Breathe deep. Exhale. And relax, release. Good. And now clasp your hands together in the front. Take your feet wide. And you're going to round your back and squeeze your arms forward. And you're gonna try to stretch across the upper back. Suck in your chin and stretch, stretch. Breathing out. Very good, and relax. Now a couple stretches for the shoulders. Take your left hand up your back, palm facing out. Your right hand goes over your head, palm facing in. And little by little, your fingers will move toward each other, but they may never meet, and that's okay. They can enjoy a long distance relationship for now. If you have a sock or a strap, you could connect them using that, but don't force it. There's no real extra benefit to getting them to touch. You feel a stretch, you're doing fine. Now relax and release. Now the other side, the right hand goes up your back, palm facing out. Kind of walk your fingers up your spine. Left hand up, palm faces in. And your fingers move toward each other. A little internal rotation for the shoulders. Deep breathing here. Exhaling out. All right, relax and release and shake out the shoulders. Good. That's a really important one if we're going to be doing arm exercises so that you create flexibility in the shoulder joint. Now I want to do a few more full body stretches. This next one is a Dao Yin stretch from Qigong, a really nice one. Take your feet wide, turn to your right side, and make a big lunge facing the right wall. It's kind of like a warrior one in yoga, okay? But now your front hand, palm open, you're going to twist externally. So your thumb rotates out to the side. Back hand, internally rotate. Your thumb points the same way as your other thumb. They both point behind you. And pull your arms apart. Big stretch, big lunge. Turn and look behind you. And feel everything in your body wringing out like a sponge. Breathe into it. Feel the hips open, the shoulders, the chest, the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now inhale, come back to center, facing the front. And pull the arms in. And switch the other side. Turn your feet, lunging to the left. Left palm open, twist it externally. Right palm internally, twist. The thumbs are both pointing behind you. Turn, look behind you with your neck and head. Nice full body stretch here. You can feel the warmth soaking into those cold, stiff spots in your body. Breathing deep. Feel the warmth go all the way to your extremities, fingers and toes. Now back to center, inhale and exhale. Fantastic, shake it out. Good work. Now one more Dao Yin stretch, which is good for balance as well. Bring your feet together and bring your hands up to your chest height. I'm gonna face you or backwards so you can follow me. Now your hands will separate. The left hand up, the right hand down, about a 45-degree angle. And you're gonna make like a circle with your arms like this. So the arms are circled. Now you go up on your toes and balance. And then twist to your lower hand side, halfway. And you wanna press your arms out so you feel a stretch along the outside of your pinkies. You're twisting and extending. Feeling this circle around the outer edges of your arms as you hover on your toes and twist. So open these meridian channels as well as your physical muscles. Back to center. Now switch, right hand up, left hand down. You got a circle going on with your arms here. Hover up on your toes. Twist to your left. 45 degrees. Balancing, balancing up on the toes, palms of the feet. Nice deep breathing. And relax. Come on back to center. All right, are your calves working yet? Nice job. Shake your arms and release. Okay. So now for this next one, you can sit down, take a little break, Anytime during class, if you want to grab a sip of water, feel free. In fact, let's just do a 30-second water break right now. Now we're going to be moving into the part of class where we're going to be working with hand weights and building strength in your arms and upper body. So I want you to have 2 sets of weights, a light pair of weights and a heavier pair of weights. Now generally the lighter pair of weights will be 3, 4, 5 pounds. The heavier one will be 5, 7, 8 pounds. The way you can tell what's the correct weight for you is that when you have the lighter pair of weights, you should be able to bring them up and over your head like this and do it about 10 times without getting tired and without having any pain. If you're doing that and it's getting really hard or it's painful, it's too heavy, okay? And so that's your light pair of weights. For your heavy set, how do you know it's the right weight? You should be able to do curls 10 times like this without really too much trouble. Maybe you get a little tired, but you're not losing your form, you're not struggling, and it's not painful. That's the right weight for heavy weights, okay? Now it's important also, don't set your weights in front of you like this, either all the way under your chair, so you're not gonna see them poking out, or off to the side somewhere else, okay? Now before we get into the weights, we're going to do a little neck stretch, because anytime you exercise your arms, your neck has the potential to get tight. We don't really want that, right? So sit up on your chair nice and tall, hands relaxed. Let's swivel your neck from side to side. And relax your neck here. Swiveling lightly left to right. And now turn your neck to one side and nod your chin up and down. Nodding your chin. If we can release a little bit of neck tension, you're going to also be more aware of when it tightens up. If it's already tight, you might not even notice a difference. Turn your head, look the other way, and nod your chin down and up. Check into your neck here. All right, back to center. And now tilting your head from left to right. Left to right. Feeling the neck, a little crunchy there maybe. And then hold on one side. Take that free hand on the same side that you're tilting toward, raise it up. Place it above the ear, and then just let the weight of your hand relax onto the head. Don't pull your head, just let the hand relax and stretch it. Breathing out. And then relax your hand. Let your head float back up. Move it around a little. And now the other side, tilt. Take that same side hand up. Let it rest above the ear. Relax the weight of the hand into the head. Take a breath. Long exhale. And relax your hand. And come back up. Nicely done. Rub your palms together. And then massage your neck. So it's kind of like if you have a clean sink and then you put one dish in there, it's like, oh yeah, there's a dish. If there's already 10 dishes and you put an 11th dish, you won't even notice it, right? So when you release tension from the neck, you're going to notice tension creeping up a lot more easily. So when we're working out your arms, Be careful not to strain your neck. It's very easy to do. All right, start with your light weights. And go ahead and we can start seated for this. And we're gonna just do a couple of warm-ups. So first one, you're gonna curl, open, lift, down, curl. So it's 2 sets, curl, open, lift, lower, down. All right, so you can see from the side view here, you curl, open, lift, lower, curl. So you get a nice full range of your arm. Don't forget to open the chest before you lift it up, down, and relax. So the lightweight should feel real nice and easy. Not too hard, still warming up the body. Curl, open, lift. Nice, so just getting used to a couple of these ranges of motion. We're not gonna count, just want you to focus on good form, good quality of movement, warming your joints up. Nicely done. Couple more here. Lift and lower. Once you get the blood into the muscles, you actually have more strength, more energy you can use. All right, shrug your shoulders in between sets so you can release any pent-up tension there. Now these next ones are for the rotator cuffs, these 4 muscles in your shoulder that help you rotate. So you tuck in your elbows close to your ribs like this, and then you swivel in and out. So you swivel your arms in and out, your elbows stay tucked to your ribs. Good. So nice and easy. It starts off pretty easy and it starts to feel real heavy because these muscles are shorter. They're not really load-bearing muscles. They're not super strong. So you're going to get tired a lot quicker than you might expect. So curling, swiveling here. All right, take a little break and shrug it out in between sets. Release and relax. Nicely done. Okay, now the next one, drop your hands down to your side and you're gonna lift straight up. It's kind of like you're got a zipper on your side here. You're zipping right up your ribs. Zip up and down, squeezing your back muscles and your shoulders. Nice. And you could probably do these with your heavy weights. We're gonna just start with the light ones though. So it shouldn't feel too hard yet. Warming your body up. Nicely done. All right, take a break, shrug it out. Put your light weights down to the side or out of tripping range and grab your heavy weights. All right, and now these ones we're gonna stand up, okay? Now for this, again, good to have a chair behind you or a couch, something solid. Open your feet wide and open your palms. Bend your knees a little bit, and now we're gonna curl 10 times with your heavy weights. 2, 3, keep your core engaged here. 4, 5, 6, make sure your body's not swinging around. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Relax, shrug the shoulders out. Good work. Now the next one, you're gonna bring your weights to the middle like this. And if your chair's behind you, it's okay if you kind of tap the chair. You can almost sit and stand here, and you just lower, down and up, using your legs. 4, 5. Arms are just relaxed, holding on. 6, 7. Knees track with your toes. 8, 9, 10. Take a break, shrug it out. If your hands are getting really tired and you just need to put them down and shake them out and release your grip a little bit, that's fine. You may not be used to holding these yet, so your hand muscles can get tired. So just stop, take breaks whenever you want. All right, back to the heavy weights. All right, this next one is for the triceps, the backs of your arms. So from the side view, you're gonna bring them up and then behind you like this. Middle, back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel the backs of your arms. 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're gonna hold that back there for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your core engaged. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shrug it out. Nicely done. All right. Next one, bring your hands back to the center. The weights can touch each other here. And we're gonna build on that last one we did before this. You're gonna squat, come up, and then you're gonna lift up to your chest. And then lower, squat, up, lift. 2, squat, up, lift. 3, check in with your shoulders, make sure they're okay with it. 4, top of the deltoids. 5, down, up. 6, lower, lift. 7, lower, lift. 8, down, up. 9, almost there. Up, and 10. All right, have a seat. Take a little break here. You can put the weights on your lap without dropping them on your toes. And just shrug out, release any shoulder tension, any hand tension. Take those little breaks whenever you need. Well done. All right, for this next one, you're gonna put one of the weights down to the side, and you're gonna keep one of them in your hand, okay? So you're gonna take your feet, your knees wide like this, one hand on your knee, and the other weight is gonna drop down in the middle. So this is your one heavy weight, and you pull back. It's like you're starting an old string lawnmower. 2, 3. Make sure you're not hunching your back, okay? Keep it straight. 4, 5, pulling back. 6, 7, 8, good. 9, hold it for 10, 9, feel your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rest it on your leg and relax. Nicely done. Switch, other hand, hand to the knee, lower down the middle. Avoid rounding your back here. Keep it nice and tall and pull back. 1, 2, 3. Strong core. 4, 5, 6, 7. You'll notice 8. This is one of your stronger muscles. 9. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. So this one, the bent row, this recruits your lat muscles, big long back muscles. So you're gonna feel like it's a whole lot easier than like the rotators here. So that's why it's important to have different size weights, because the load that you put on each one will feel totally different. Now this next one is for your core. You've got to sit up right at the front of your seat. So you're kind of perched at the edge and there's a nice big gap behind you. This is where a firm chair is better than like a soft couch. Take your hands up, your weight up in your hands like this, one on each side, and tuck it into your chest. Tuck your chin down and then lean back. Tap the chair. It's okay if your feet come up a little, and then keeping your back straight, come forward. Keep your lower belly slightly engaged. So your core muscles are doing the work, not your back muscles. 2. Lean back And 4th. You want to feel the core doing it. 3. And 4. Chin tucks down a little bit. 5. Good. 6. Just because it's in a chair doesn't mean it's easy. 7. 8. You want to feel a little trembling in your belly muscles when you go back. 9. Now this last one, you're going to hold it back there. Hold it. 10. 9. 8. You can bicycle your feet a little bit. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come back down. All right, well done. Set that weight down off to the side. Take your feet apart and let's stretch your back. Lean forward. You can slide your hands down to your feet, all the way down. Stretching your back, lengthening it. 2 hands to the right foot. Stretch the side. 2 hands to the left foot. Stretch the other side. Let your neck relax. Now 1 hand on each foot. Looking under your chair. Stretching your neck. And then hands on your knees. Use your hands to push up. And lengthen your spine. 1 more seated stretch. Hands reach behind your back. Clasp your hands. Straighten your elbows. Arch. And look up. Comfortable breath. Turn to your right a little bit. And turn to your left a little bit. And back to center, relax and release. And shrug it out. All right, come on up to your feet. Go ahead and stand up. And now we're gonna do some more leg balance challenges. So go ahead and hold onto your chair for this one. And I'll just face, you can even come behind your chair like this. And I'll face the other way so you can see. Take your feet together and you're going to take your right leg out to the side. A little side leg lift like this. It's important that your toes remain facing forward. Don't let your toes stray out to the side. Toes forward. Go out to the side, strengthening your outer hips. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now switch to your other leg, out to the side. 1, 2, 3. You can choose how high to go. 4, start low. 5, 6. You can always increase it later. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're gonna alternate. So you're gonna go right, 1, left, 1, right, 2. Keep the toes forward. 2, 3. For a challenge, you could take your hands away. 4, 5. Feel the outer hips working. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nicely done. Tap your hips out. These gluteus medius muscles, the outer side of your hips, are really important for balance. Now a little stretch there. Take your feet wide and then just do a little side lunge to stretch those hips out. Good. Warming your hips side to side. Well done. All right, walk it back in. Nice. Now the next one is called fire kicks. You're gonna hold onto your chair. I'm gonna show you from the side view, but you can face forward. You're gonna lift your right leg up, hand to your hip. You're gonna kick forward like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel the quads working. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now try to hold it out there. 10, 9, 8, 7. Challenge your balance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that leg out. Good. Solidifying and strengthening your lower body here. Let's switch to the other side. Lift your other knee up and then extend. 1, 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold that last one. 10, 9, 8. Challenge your balance if you like. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Shake your leg out. It's really important to relax in between sets, in between, so you don't take that tension with you into the next thing. All right, now this next one is for the back side of your leg, your butt and your hamstrings. So you're gonna stand tall, use your chair for a little extra balance, hand to your hip, and with a straight knee, you're gonna reach backward. Backward, 2, 3. Try not to stray side to side, try to go straight back. 5, 6, feel the back side working. 7, 8, for a balance challenge, take the hands away. 9, you're gonna hold, last one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, strong standing leg. 3, 2, and 1. Shake that leg out, release. Okay, the other side, feet together. Knee stays straight as you go back. 1, 2, keep that nice straight line. 3, feel the glutes and hamstrings working. 4, 5, make sure your lower back isn't doing too much. 6, 7, don't strain your lower back here. 8, 9, 10, now hold the last one. 10, 9, 8, challenge your balance. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and return. Shake it out. Okay, have a seat in your chair. Nice work. So we worked on all different sides here. We did the outside, the front, the back. Now the inside, also important. So you can actually use your hands. If you have a cushion or a pillow, you can also use something like that for the adductors, the insides of your legs. So something kind of squishy that you can press together. You can also just do it isometrically with your hands. That's okay too. But it's a little more fun to have something to squish. So find something squishy, put it between your knees, and we're gonna do adductors, the inner thighs now. So go ahead and squeeze in as strong as you can, relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's isometric. 5, so you have to work harder. 6, you're not really loading it, right? 7, 8, 9. Now hold it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 9, 8, 7, hardest you can, squeeze. 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2, and 1. Relax. All right, so we got all 4 sides of your legs now. And we're actually, I wasn't sure how long this class would take. We're supposed to only do an hour, so we're gonna kind of wrap it up shortly here and kind of giving you an overview of everything. One really important practice I want to share is sit to stands. Now, if you want to make this a little harder, you can do it with a hand weight in your hands, but try a few without it just to see how it feels. You sit up nice and straight, knees parallel. Keep those knees parallel as you come up. You cross your arms, lean forward, and you just simply stand up and sit down. That's really all there is to it. So up and down. We're gonna do it for a couple of minutes, so find your own modifications. If you want to use a hand weight to make it a little bit more challenging, you can hold that close to your body as you do your sit to stands. Okay? This is really one of the most important things you can do for the rest of your life, because you don't want to get to the point one day where you can't stand up out of a chair, off the toilet, and that kind of stuff. So it's amazing how it sneaks up on people though, later in life. So don't take it for granted. Start now making friends with sit-to-stands. A couple things you want to look out for. Make sure your knees are staying parallel. I don't want your knees buckling in. That means your outer hips might be a little weak. And also don't just collapse back on the chair. Sometimes people stand up and then they're like, oh, and they just drop. It's actually more important to control the lowering of your body than the raising. So you can come up strong and quick, come down slow and controlled, soft. Now, what if you have arthritis in your knees and it's really painful? Instead of going up and down, you can come up halfway, hold the squat for 10 seconds, and then sit. You can have less rubbing on the joint, so the arthritis won't get as aggravated. If you have arthritis in your knees though, you really have to strengthen them. There's no question about it. But you can do it in a way that doesn't aggravate them as much. Now, if this is just simple and easy for you and you want a little challenge, split stance. One foot goes a couple of inches, not too far, a little bit in front of the other. And try it with a split stance. One foot slightly in front of the other. And your back leg now has to work harder to do your sit-to-stands. So we're just going to do this for about another minute. If you need to take a break, take a break. We're not counting them. We're not trying to get to a goal. Just want good form and get used to this before we challenge you later. Go ahead and switch your feet. If you're doing split stance, the other side leading. Stand and stay. Good work. So this can get your heart rate up. Yeah, good question. So I'm perched right at the edge, the spine stays straight. Come up and down. And you kind of want to lead with your butt. When you sit, you kind of stick your butt out and then lower down. Yeah. So what you don't want to do is like, just like drop like that. Really control the soft landing. All right, that's it. Go ahead and relax, set your weights, everything down. And we're gonna finish with a couple of stretches. So sitting up tall on your chair, stick out your right leg and lengthen your spine here. I'll show you the side view. And just slide down your leg toward your foot. It's important you're on the edge of your chair. If you sit back on your chair, you actually cut off the hamstring muscle with the chair. So sit on the sit bone. So your whole hamstring is free to stretch. Try not to round your back and chin. Keep your spine long. And if you feel kind of tight in the legs there, rub them out with your hand. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. All right, switch your legs. Go to the other side. Straighten your knee, flex your toes up, and reach down, stretching. Good. And feeling it warming up. Nice long breath. Use your hands to massage any sore spots. All right, coming back up. Now there's another really nice stretch I want to share with you, especially because we worked on your outer hips today, and that often isn't used to it, so it could be a bit sore. This is a seated figure 4, and there's a particular way to get into it, which I like. Stick out your right leg in front of you, and then cross your left leg over the ankle and shin. And then you slide the leg up the straight leg above the knee. So that should already feel a little bit of a stretch. And then to go further, you bend the bottom leg, and now you're in that figure 4. It's a lot easier than trying to hoist your leg up, right? Then you sit up tall and simply fold your belly button toward your thigh. And you should feel the outer hip of your bent leg stretching. You can even roll your ankles around here. Big exhale. Nicely done. Go ahead and straighten your back, straighten your bottom leg, let your leg slide down. Nice and easy. And switch, the other ankle on top. Slide it up above the knee. Bend your bottom leg. Lift your back. And slightly fold forward. Doesn't take much. Outer hip, sciatic nerve starts to open up. And your breathing is the secret here. Comfortable exhalations. All right, good. Inhale, back up tall, straighten your legs, slide down. We're going to finish today with just a short meditation, a little mindfulness breathing. I'm going to come sit on a cushion. You can stay right where you are or wherever you're comfortable. And just close your eyes and tune into your breath, your body. Just scan through, notice what you're feeling, the sensations, any changes you've noticed throughout the class. And bring to mind something or someone that you feel grateful for. Cultivating a sense of gratitude. And taking this gratitude with you as you move throughout the rest of your day. And you can bring your palms together in front of your chest. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you all so much.